video here because the Bank Indonesia Museum is temporarily closed due to COVID. By the way, good morning ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our company UNJ Tour and Travel, I wish you selamat pagi dan selamat datang di Museum Bank Indonesia. It's our common greeting to greet you, which means good morning and welcome to Bank Indonesia Museum. Anyway, how are you today? I wish you in a well condition and already collect a lot of energy because we are about to have some fun tour activities today. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Larasati. You can call me Linda for simple. I'm so excited because I'm standing here in front of you now because I have this opportunity to be your tour guide today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to explain little information about Bank Indonesia Museum. Now let's tour begin. The story of Bank Indonesia. The Bank Indonesia Museum is a museum that has a long history in the Indonesian banking world. This old building that has been preserved as a cultural heritage is located in Old City in West Jakarta. Precisely on Jalan Pintu Besar Utara, number 3, Indonesia Village, Taman Sari District, West Java City, DKI Jakarta Province. Formerly, the Bank Indonesia Museum building was a building belonging to Dutch East India under the name Netherlands Indie Gulden or the Java's Bank, which became the center of the Dutch East India. After Indonesia independence in 1953, this bank belonging to Dutch East India was national to become Bank Indonesia. In addition to storing the history of the banking system in Indonesia, the Bank Indonesia Museum also stores currency from ancient times. The history of Bank Indonesia Museum during the colonial time. Before being built into a bank, this area was once a church for Protestant in 1625, but in 1628 this place was demolished to house a giant cannon when Sultan Agung led tens of thousands of troops to attack Batavia. This attack was thwarted. Over time, this place turned into a hospital. The history of Bank Indonesia Museum cannot be spared from the Dutch colonial period in Indonesia and the Java's Bank. The Java's Bank was formed in 1828 as a circulation bank belonging to the Dutch Indies and was responsible for managing the Dutch Indies trade. Before becoming a bank, this building used to be a hospital called Binan Hospital, which was built in early 8th century and abound in 1718 because the hospital was moved to Weltervreden. Weltervreden is now located in Sawah Besar, Central Jakarta. The building was then sold to trading firm called McCoy Davidson and Co. in 1801. In 1831, the Java's Bank bought this building. The old hospital building was torn down in early 20th century and new one designed by Edward Kuipers was erected. Kuipers is a famous Dutch architect who owns the Bureau of the Architect Edward Kuipers and Hulswit. Now, architect and engineer Bureau Vermont Kuipers. Initially, Kuipers incorporated indigenous Indonesia element in his design and planned 5 stages of development. The facade of the building was completed in 1909 with a combination of neo-Renaissance architecture and Javanese ornament in the details. The interior was refurbished slightly after renovation in 1926. The history of the Museum Bank Indonesia in Japanese controlling era. The world sank in the era of the Second World War, and it was during this period that Japan succeeded in controlling the Dutch East Indies. The Dutch were exploited, and now the Dutch East Indies were controlled by Japan. But this bank was not affected too much by the expulsion of the Dutch and served as the central bank until Indonesia independence in 1945. The first rupiah was minted in 1944 under Japanese supervision in an attempt to national its identity. History of Bank Indonesia after Indonesia independence. It took 5 years for the Dutch to recognize Indonesia independence. The Dutch who did not want to recognize Indonesia independence were the cause of the Surabaya battle and the cause of the Ambarawa battle. After the Dutch recognized Indonesia's independence in 1950, Indonesia resisted the argument to turn the Java's Bank into Indonesia's central bank. It was only after the grudges between the two parties grew that Indonesia finally succeeded in nationalizing it to become Bank Indonesia in 1963. In 1962, the new building, which became the center of the central bank, was complete. This old building was then abandoned. Finally, in 2006, it was converted into a museum and opened with a soft opening by the governor of Bank Indonesia at the time, namely Burhanuddin Abdullah. Then, at the inauguration of the second phase, or the grand opening, President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono formally opened the Bank Indonesia Museum on July 21, 2009. Contents of Bank Indonesia Museum. The Bank Indonesia Museum is designed to educate the Indonesian people about the role of Bank Indonesia in the long history of our beloved Republic of Indonesia, such as monetary policy and payment system that continue to change over time. The museum also provides visual and audio information about the history of currency and trade in Indonesia from pre-colonial times to today. The museum provides information on how the Dutch East monopolized the spice trade in Indonesian archipelago, the Dutch East Indies banking system, currency condition when Indonesia was under the Japanese occupation until the economic crisis in 1997, which became on of the cause of the May 1998 riots of a factor causing the collapse of the order, the new regime, and the fall of the Suharto regime. The collection includes numismatic currency from the 14th century and historical objects from the era of the kingdoms. For those who don't know numismatic inactivity, that's aim to collect currencies such as coins, banknotes, tokens, and similar objects. Over time, the Bank Indonesia Museum has been equipped with sophisticated equipment and has turned into the cyber museum. Props such as LCD, touchscreen, static panel, diorama, plasma television, and parabolic speakers. The museum also often holds several events such as seminar or talk show that invite experts such as historians, banking, monetary, numismatic, and economics. Talk show also often discuss things related to current issues. Inside the Bank Indonesia Museum, there are several rooms. Number one is Green Room. As the name implies, Green Room is a room designed with all green paint and attributes. This room was formerly used for a meeting of the directors of Bank Indonesia. Why is green? Because green is considered to bring a positive aura. This causes peace of mind and allows being staff to make decisions calmly. But now the function of this room has become the central administration room. Number 2 is meeting room. As the name implies, this room is used for meeting and to decide everything about Bank Indonesia and money in Indonesia at the time. Number 3 is history area. This room is a room that was just incurred in November 2018. This room was created with the aim of inviting the millennial generation to be interested in coming to the museum. Here there is a story of the journey of money and Bank Indonesia with a very interesting appearance. This is also statue that explain what happened at the time. In addition, there is also an interactive screen that will show various information about the story. Number 4 is theater. This room is used to watch the history of money and the story of Bank Indonesia regarding the policy of Bank Indonesia for the past until now. Number 5 is periodical room. This room is divided into several sections, each of which tell about how Bank Indonesia has been from period to period and tell. Number 6 is governor room. As the name implies, the room is the room occupied by the governor of Bank Indonesia. Number 7 is gold room. This room is a special room to store the gold that circulated at the time. In the past, the gold in its museum was used a collateral for money circulating in community before the money was printed as a legal tender. Number 8 is numismatic room. This room is one of the main room in this museum. Here there are types of money that are unique and occupied by when the money was made. There are also types of money used for the royal era until now, ranging from coins, gold coins, to paper money, and there are types of money from various countries. Number 9 is original books room. In this room there is a historical book that writes about the real Bank Indonesia, and this book is the main source of information on the history of Bank Indonesia. And the last one, money production and distribution area. In this room, we can see information about money from the time it's produced until it's received by the public. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all about our program tour today and a little bit information about Museum Bank Indonesia. Thank you very much for your attention and participation. Hope you will enjoy the tour and have a nice day.